Hey everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. And gosh, it's looking awfully dark. There we go. It's awfully dark here. It's definitely dark outside. So it's Wednesday night, and on Wednesdays I share a technique. Now I'm doing something a little different tonight. I'm going to create a couple of Christmas decorations using the deckled circles. So I'm not going to do any stamping. I've done some die cutting to cut out some circles, and I'm going to create a couple of Christmas decorations using those circles. So first of all, I had fun this afternoon. Tracy Taylor, who is a demonstrator from Saskatchewan, dropped by to see me today. She's out visiting the coast, and we got to know each other. Actually, she reminded me it was during COVID that she came and needed some supplies while she was out visiting. And so we've kind of, every time she's been on the coast, we've had a chance to catch up. So she actually came to my studio today and we did a little bit of crafting, and she showed me how to make these really cool little ornaments. One is a little angel and one is a tree, just using some circles, some ribbon or twine, and I'm adding a bead, a special bead, one of my beads that I brought home from Delft in the Netherlands when I was there. Hey Sharon, welcome. So I thought it would be kind of hopefully perfect for this little angel. I don't have one that might be a little bit bigger, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so thanks Tracy for coming and dropping by and showing me how to make these little ornaments. Hey Joey, welcome. All right, now I think I am not live on my Facebook group. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be connected tonight. So I will, if you typically come and watch me through my Facebook group, I will share this video out after I'm done. But let's switch over and get started. Okay, like I said, it's pretty easy. Ooh, I have a very much of a delay here. Can you guys see? It's not moving on my, what is going on? All sorts of issues. Trying to make it move. And I can't actually see. That's what I'm watching. Actually, Joey, you can tell me, can you see on Facebook what I am, if my you can see my hands, or are you just seeing the deckled circles up in the top left hand corner? Because I may have to see what's going on here. Okay, that's what's happening. Let me see. I'm gonna quit this camera. All right, let me just take a second and see if I can get my camera reconnected. Otherwise, you just see the circles. Okay, that was what I thought. We're going to do a little bit of technical sorting out. Well, here, this may be better. Okay, let's see if that's any better. Okay, hopefully now you can see. Hey, Connie, welcome. Hopefully you can see my hands now. You can just give me the thumbs up and I'll get started. Otherwise, I'm going to have to drop off and come back on. My new nails. Look at my new nails. Aren't they cool? All right. Hopefully you can see that. If you can't see my hands, yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's get started. Okay. So like I said, it's all I'm using are deckled circles, and you really do need the deckled circles. You could maybe try and use the Spotlight on Nature for at least the angel. There's a little bit more cutting or fussing with it because of some of the detail on those circles. But for the tree that I'm going to make, you need 3 circles of different sizes. So it's possible you could use the Spotlight on Nature. The tree would be a little bit smaller. And maybe use one of the circle punches, but the deckled circles really work well with this. Okay, now let's make the angel first because it's the little easiest. So I just picked a circle for this angel. This is the, let's see, let's give you the measurement. This is the about 3.5 inch circle, but whatever you want, you need 3 circles cut from the same die. And I have used the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. So if you remember this one, this was from last year. There was a whole suite called Winter Meadow. It was absolutely stunning, and this paper carried over. So it's always fun to pull out some paper. Sometimes I forget about it. I had it in my cupboard and then kind of missed it. So it's got some gorgeous, gorgeous designs. So that's what we're using. Okay, so for this angel, we need 3 of these circles, all the same size, and you are going to take and fold the circles in half. Now, I've folded the ones with the trees. These are going to be the body of the angel. So basically, they fold with the curved part inwards. So they're going to basically go like that to create the body of the tree. So I just folded it so in this case, the trees that are on this pattern are more or less, they're not exactly straight, but it's going to go like this. And then this piece that's got the like little crystals on it, again, folded in half. Doesn't really matter with this one. So you're going to lay this like this so that those points line up like that. And then you can either take and just lay this right on top to create, can you see the angel like that? Or if you want to hide the gluing and some of the seams, I thought it would be quite pretty to just put that right over top. Now we're going to put a head on this angel, and we're going to put some twine up through it. So I don't have any. The smallest silver twine I have is this 1/8 inch silver, which goes with the silver and gold. But I have this, I'm trying to remember, this is from the, I think it's called Natural Tones Linen Thread. It's from the Winterly Treetop or Nests of Winter. So I'm just going to take and cut. So this is going to, if it's going to hang on a tree or be a, I'm going to cut 12 inches of this, and that's probably way more than I need. I'm going to double it over. So you could either hang this from the tree, or you could use it as a little gift, like on a gift, a little decoration on a gift. Now I'm going to tie a little knot. I've doubled this. I'm going to tie a little knot, and I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue just to seal this. And while I've got this, I'm going to take and put this knot right in there so it's held. So that one's going to go like that. And then this one is going to do the same. I'm going to glue this. Oopsie. And then I'm going to, let's see, what did I say? I said the circles. Yep. So the curved part of this goes inwards, and then those two fit together like that's the body of the angel. And if you, I missed a bit, so let's take it. There we go. So now I've got my body of my angel. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now if you're going to do it the way I did it, or I'm talking about doing it, you're going to take your pick tool and your piercing mat, and this is, what did I say it was? It's about 3.5. So I'm going to measure. I'm going to measure over. So 3.5 of 3.5 is 1 3/4. So I'm just going to put a little dot there. And I'm going to make a hole pretty close to the middle of this circle, like that. And I'm going to gently, so this one's a little fiddlier. If you don't want fiddly, then just glue this on, and then you don't have to worry worry about feeding this twine through that little hole. You could also, I was gonna say you could hole punch. It might be a little hard to get the hole punch in the middle. Okay, come on, you can do this. Trying to get it so I can actually grab it through. Not being very successful. So maybe doing it the other way. Maybe, oh, there we go. Tracy had it right, but I kind of like not seeing the back. Okay. There we go. Okay. I managed to split my thread. Okay, so now that's just fed up through that hole. Hey, Roberta. Hello, everybody. And now I'm going to just take a little bit of glue, and I'm just going to glue here for the moment until I get this kind of into the position. Like that. And then I'm going to turn it over and do the same. And I'm not going to glue the whole thing. I'm just going to leave the kind of the wings open. So there's the little angel, but of course she needs a head. So when I was in the Netherlands last March for On Stage, we went to Delft, which you maybe have heard of Delft, China. And so you can buy Delft beads. And so these are some of the beads that I bought. These are the more traditional Delft beads with the pattern, but there is also this one I bought that is more of just a glazed, and then there's some little gold ones and things that they put on. So you could make bracelets and necklaces and all sorts of things. So, gee, I think I'm going to use this more traditional Delft bead because I have been trying to figure out what to use these for a long time, since March. So now the trick is going to be, I might end up using that other bead because this has the tiniest little hole in it. But let's see if I can actually feed this up through. And I'm looking for, here we go, I got a paper clip. They are beautiful beads. I love them. They've been sitting in my weaving supplies because I want to use them in my weaving. But when I saw this little angel, there we go. So just using a paper clip to, I just decided it definitely needed the head, and I was trying to figure out what I actually had that I could use when I remembered I had these beautiful beads. Okay, and I'm just going to tie a knot to keep that bead on because the last thing you want is for that bead to disappear. There we go. So the fiddliest part is to get that bead on, but how cute is that little angel? You could get a bigger bead. You could make these all sorts of things. So definitely this could hang on a tree. Or it could just be a little threader, yeah, a lovely little decoration for a parcel. So that's the little angel. That's probably the easier of the two. Well, I shouldn't say easier because this is not hard. So for the little Christmas tree, you need 3 circles. Again, I cut them from the deckled circles. In this case, they are 3 different sizes. So I picked, the biggest one is about 5, just about 5.5 inches. You could make them different sizes. And so for these, they are 3 circles from the deckled circles, but they are not consecutive. So I didn't choose this is the second largest. So I didn't choose the second largest, third largest, and fourth largest. This is actually the second, fourth, and sixth from the outside. So if this was the largest, this is second. Then that one, then this one. So second, fourth, and sixth. So you leave a die between them so that there's quite a difference between the sizes, if that makes sense. So you're going to cut 1 circle from each of these. And then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. Now, this is the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to just roughly fold it in half, just gently fold it in half, and then I'm going to put this so that that fold line is on in the track and cut it. So you only need half. So from those two pieces, you can get, or sorry, those 3 circles, you can get 2 of these tree ornaments or tree decorations. So again, folding them in half and just using that kind of, I'm just gently folding with my fingers, like that. So I'll make another one when I'm done. Okay, so you need a pencil. So we're gonna, on each of these, measure down from the top about 3/4 of an inch. And I need a ruler. So 3/4 of an inch, or if you're in metric, 2 centimeters is about right. And so I'm just going to take and measure and put a line. This is on the wrong side. It's probably closer to an inch, but I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch for imperial, and if you're metric, about 2 centimeters. Like that. And then you need some tear and tape. And so you're going to take a tear and tape. So once you've got that done, you're going to take and fold these, just gently fold them in half the other way. Like that. I guess that's the way. I'm trying to figure out how I want this to go. Okay, that's the way. Okay. Could do it the other way too, but I'll do it like this. Okay, so, and now I'm going to take and put tear and tape from that little mark that I made down on the fold line to kind of just right in the middle to the, basically the edge. So if you can see, I've got tear and tape down, and I'm going to repeat that on all 3 of these half circles. Like that. And we're going to start with the largest. What am I thinking? Okay, we're going to start with the largest. And then we're going to put tear and tape all right across the top of, oopsie, that's not what I wanted to do. Hang on for a sec. I knew it was something. Okay, we're not. I have to find my, somewhere I have a sample of one I made and I'm trying to find it. No, I'm doing it right. Okay. Yep, okay. I was right the first time. Get myself mixed up on this. Okay, let's take that. So we're going to take tear and tape and put across the top. Like that. And we're going to do that on all of them. Or at least on these 2. And we're going to start from the bottom one, the biggest. And we're going to peel that tear and tape off like that. And we're going to, on that same fold line, we're going to take and line up that with that fold and to the bottom, if I can see where that tear and tape is. I think I've got this going right. Part of me's going, I don't think this is right. We've had those moments. Yeah, well, that's me right about now. Okay, we're going to put that one there. Okay, so doesn't look much like a tree quite yet. But now we're going to take and peel this tear and tape off, and we're going to start from the top, and we're going to, this is where I think I'm not right. Hang on for a sec. Let me do this, and if it's wrong, I'm going to pull the, yes, it's wrong. Okay. Let's pull out my other pieces, because we didn't do that one right. Let's see if I can take this off and just figure out. I think it's like this. So before we ruin the other piece, because the way this needs to go is like this and this. So maybe I'm going to roughly just put this together and then we'll figure it out. So I think it's like this. That's probably the way it's supposed to go. Okay, let's see if that works. Yes. Okay, there we go. And then we peeled this like this. Okay, I got it. Okay, let's take two on this. Okay, so we're going to take our pencil. We're going to do exactly the way I said. We're going to measure down about 3/4 of an inch. Actually, we're going to fold these in half like that, so we have that fold line. And then we're going to measure down from this about 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimeters. And just make a little mark. Get my trying to see the 3/4 of an inch. There we go. And the last one. Okay, now we're going to take and put tear and tape along that fold line from that mark to the roughly the bottom. It doesn't have to go right to the bottom. So now I've shown you what not to do. You'll be able to get these perfectly right. Okay. So we're going to start with this top one and peel off our tear and tape. And we're going to take and along that same fold line, we're going to put this piece on so it lines up and it goes in on top. And that one will go on top. And again, roughly, trying to get the last score line or the fold line roughly in the same spot, like that. There we go. I think we've got it right this time. I'm going to take this off. Okay, and then I'm going to take and put my tear and tape along the top of each of these pieces. And if you want this to hang from your tree, you're going to take, again, some twine. Take 12 inches again. I know that's way more. I'm going to double it over. And I'm going to tie a knot. I can do that, tie a knot. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to take and put this, I'll put this up. So we're going to now start at the bottom, peel off this piece, and we're going to fold down on this point. So fold down roughly on the score line. So bring this point down onto roughly that score line and press down. And the same on the other side. Doesn't have to match exactly on that seam. Oopsie, like that. Now I'm going to try and put my piece of my knot kind of right in there. And now we're going to take the same and bring it down to that fold, and this one down to the fold. And peel this top one off. So I was thinking about what other paper you could use this for this, and I was thinking that the take a bow, I think it's called, paper that's 6x6 in all the, you know, the reds and greens would look really pretty with the trees. Okay, so now I've got my, I'm gonna just press that down. I've got my my thread on there as well, and there we go. We've got a little tree. So the trick to this, as opposed to the way I did it the first time and got it wrong, just trying to see, there we go. Hopefully I'm seeing, okay. Was that they needed to go underneath as opposed to on top of it, and so then you can put a little bit of a, like I thought maybe a silver bow. This is that 1/8 inch silver ribbon. So we'll just cut a piece and tie a bow. You could decorate this with some rhinestones or some of those iridescent faceted gems. Would be really pretty, look like snow. And let's put something on there so it doesn't move. Tie a bow. So a little bow. I don't want too big of a bow. Like that. If you had a silver, if your paper was, I think this blue goes most nicely with silver, you could use a silver bead or a gold bead. I could have used one of my little gold beads. But there you go. There's a little Christmas tree and a little angel that are just really cute and really not hard to make. Once you've made one, I know that you will have this down packed, and you will be able to do it over and over again. Just trying to make sure I'm seeing comments, because at the moment I've kind of lost the comments, so hopefully everybody's still there. But there we go. So those are two little Christmas decorations, or tags. You could put a little bit of a something on the back of here so you could write a tag, or you could just use these for Christmas decorations. But there you go, a couple of decorations for the Christmas season. All right, let's go back. Okay, apologies for that. I will be writing a blog post for this in about a week's time. So if you need help making these, you have questions, because I've confused you completely, especially with that tree. Just remember that when you're putting the circles on, they go on top of each other. Start with the smallest and then go down and put them on top of each other, and I think you'll figure it out. And if you do like I did and do it wrong, you've got a second one, because you're going to cut your circles in half. So, all right, everybody, thanks for joining me. And I will be live again on Saturday at 11 o'clock. So come join me then for another project. And until then, don't forget, the seasonal sale went live today. So it's a great time to stock up on some of the cardstock, and maybe a bundle or something that you've had your eye on from the annual catalog. So cardstock, ink pads, re-inkers. Yes, you can use them as toppers on gifts. They would be really cute. Are on sale for the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Friday. So don't miss out on that. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me, and we will see you live again on Saturday.